When thinking about how to integrate technology into a lesson plan, one needs to be aware of the impact. There are a few models or frameworks that help a teacher consider that very impact. The SAMR model, TPAC, and the Triple E framework. Each model or framework is designed for teachers to consider technology and its effective use. TPAC is a model that helps teachers understand how their content, knowledge, and pedagogical knowledge intersect and can intersect with their technological knowledge. Each knowledge area, in and of itself, is on the learning continuum as teachers continue to extend their knowledge of that particular area. Teachers can expand their knowledge, their understanding of their content areas, or cross-content areas as they learn more about it. Teachers can also expand their understanding of the most pedagogically effective ways to teach as their depth of how to teach those content areas increases. These Teachers can intersect those two knowledge areas by also bringing in the third area of technological knowledge. Using technology in lessons to enhance lessons and a teacher's pedagogical knowledge to effectively teach those lessons is where the TPAC model excels. The Triple E framework asks of the teacher, is the student engaged or motivated in the lesson because of the technology, or is the technology distracting or detracting from the learning process? The teacher must also consider if the technology is enhancing or adding any additional value to the lesson that makes it easier to understand. Or is it hampering or limiting the learning process? Finally, the teacher should ask if the technology is too specialized or too limited, that it does not extend beyond the boundaries of the classroom or a particular lesson, thereby not connecting to the student's community or real world. The SAMR model is an acronym that stands for S, substitution, A, augmentation, M, modification, and R, redefinition. Substitution is the easiest way to introduce technology. It's like replacing a paper quiz with a Google form quiz. Quizzes like this can give students immediate feedback on their scores. Augmentation, though, is the next level. It would be like taking a quiz, that same quiz, and adding a video clip to one of the questions for another means of representation. Modification is the level of technology integration that requires the user to interact with or manipulate the technology in a different way. For example, on that same Google form quiz, the teacher could require the student to create a video clip to respond to a question. And to take a step further, in redefinition, the teacher could introduce a virtual reality environment where students can explore content with the three senses, no taste or smell yet, and respond to interactions with voice or body movements. SAMR is the model that I want to be the most applicable to my class, and the redefinition stage is usually where I start my lessons. I try to figure out what my goals are and try to integrate the technology into it. I've tried this with augmented reality, where the students had to create a video of themselves in a social justice campaign of their choosing, and then add an animated augmented reality visual to a static image, which was their written work, that was only accessible through a program that was downloaded by a QR code. It was a very involved and time-consuming project for the 8th graders, but also exciting and interesting. And the reason the project worked really well in English language arts is because the students were able to add visuals to their written